Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Lawmakers urge the government to give high priority to energy sector, demand to move forward the construction works of hydropower projects like Buri Gandaki and Tamor. Local residents of Rukum East Sisne concerned after the district's identity, Kamal Lake, drying up. Haphazard construction of physical infrastructures, hot potential cause for the decreasing water level. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, says more than 50,000 children in the Gaza Strip require immediate medical treatment for acute malnutrition. And Nepal up against Bangladesh tomorrow morning in the T20 World Cup. Bangladesh to secure a spot in the Super 8 with a win. Nepal already out of Super 8 contention. Parliamentarians have urged the government to prioritize the energy sector and immediately start with the works to continue Buri Gandaki and Tamor reservoir projects as discussions continued on the appropriation bill at the Federal Parliament today. Nepali Congress lawmaker Vishwa Prakash Sharma emphasized that the Buri Gandaki project needs to move ahead at
Buri Gandaki जस्तो challenging game changer project लाई निर्माण सुरु गरेर त्यसलाई तीव्र ढंगले तर व्यवस्थित ढंगले अघि बढाउन सक्दा त्यसले सिंगो राष्ट्रको मनोबल नयाँ ढंगले उठाउने निश्चित छ.
CPNUML lawmaker Yogesh Bhattarai highlighted that the private sector had made a big investment in hydropower sector and urged the government to facilitate accordingly. He also demanded the government focus on reservoir-based projects.
तम्बर जलाशययुक्त आयोजना मात्रै पनि हामीले बनाउन सक्यौं. अहिले झनै 300 मेगावाट को एउटै प्रोजेक्ट निजी क्षेत्रले बनाउन थालिसक्यो. अप्पर तम्बर भर्खरै त्यसको लगानी निश्चित भएको छ भने यो झनै 753 मेगावाट को पनि निजी क्षेत्रले बनाउन सक्छ अथवा हामी पीपीपी मोडलमा बनाउन सक्छौं. त यो आयोजना अगाडि बढाउने क्रममा उचित ध्यान नगएको प्रति म ध्यान आकर्षण गर्न चाहन्छु. विशेष गरिकन कोशी प्रदेशको हिसाबले यो एउटा ठूलो आयोजना हो, गौरवको आयोजना हो. त यसले सिंगो मुलुकलाई उज्यालो बनाउन सक्छ. र हामी 500 मेगावाट जुन भारतबाट आयात गरेका छौं यसको प्रतिस्थापन गर्न सक्ने एउटै एक्लो प्रोजेक्ट यो हुन सक्छ. त्यसकारणले म ऊर्जा मन्त्रीजीको यसमा गम्भीर ध्यान आकर्षण गर्न चाहन्छु तम्बर जलाशययुक्त आयोजनाको सन्दर्भमा.
Rashtriya Swatantra Party's lawmaker Swarnim Wagle called the government's budget was not ambitious as needed, but said its implementation would result in good results.
यो विगत 32 वर्षकै आँकडाहरू केलाउँदाखेरि यो निष्कर्षमा म पुगेँ र तीनटा कुरा. एउटा विश्वसनीयता र क्षमतामा जुन क्षति भइरहेको छ, ह्रास आइरहेको छ, त्यसलाई कोर्स करेक्सनमा लानु पर्यो. चालू खर्चको अंश जुन वात्तै बढिराखेको छ त्यसलाई रेन इन गर्नु पर्यो. यो साल मात्रै सामाजिक सुरक्षा हामी 145 अर्ब खर्च गर्दैछौँ. विदेशी ऋणमा लिएको ब्याज र स्वदेशी ऋणमा लिएको ब्याज मात्रै 101 अर्ब छ यसपालि. पछि यो चालू खर्चको कम्पोनेन्ट 1:4 जस्तो छ पुँजीगत र चालूको. त्यसलाई पनि हामीले अनुशासनमा बाँध्दै ल्याउनु पर्नेछ.
The House of Representatives has been dwelling on the budgets allocated for the Ministry for Federal Affairs and General Administration, Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation and Finance Ministry. Lawmakers opined the current budget would raise the current expenses and urged the government to mull over the potential ways to control expenses.
चालू खर्च बढिरहेको अवस्थामा चालू खर्चलाई कसरी घटाउने हो भन्ने तर्फ भन्दा पनि चालू खर्च बढाउने कुरामा हाम्रा प्रतिस्पर्धाहरू चाहिँ केन्द्रित भए भन्ने मलाई लागेर मैले यो खर्च कटौतीको प्रस्ताव राखेको हो.
देशको अर्थतन्त्र हेर्नुको लागि पुँजी बजारको अनुहार हेरे पुग्छ भनेर आज तपाईलाई थाहा छ. ऋण काटेर दुःख गरेर कमाएर आएका शेयर होल्डरहरूको के बिजोग छ, कुन कन्त बिजोग छ, तिनीहरू दिनदिनै कसरी बाँचिरहेका छन्, कसरी खर्च गरिरहेका छन् र उनीहरूको पैसाहरू कसरी घटिरहेको छ र पुँजी बजारको स्थिति के छ भन्ने कुरो चाहिँ एकचोटि अध्ययन गर्नुको लागि म अर्थमन्त्रीज्यूलाई विशेष अनुरोध गर्दछु.
Earlier, speaking during the emergency hour of the Parliament, lawmakers demanded action against the murderers of Hari Bhushan Kushwaha, the chief of Ram Raja Mohan Bikram Shah Multiple Campus of Kalaiya. The President Chure Tarai Madhes Conservation Development Committee is observing the 10th Chure Conservation Day today on the occasion of its establishment. The committee and other concerned entities are celebrating the day by planting trees in the nearby area and conducting awareness programs. The government had formed the committee a decade ago on 16th of June 2014. The Chure range that encompasses 37 districts from Ilam in the east and Kanchanpur in the west accounts for 12.78% of the country's total area. The Chure region is geographically fragile, receives extreme rainfall and is prone to earthquake. However, it is rich in biodiversity and a home to endangered species. Unplanned settlement, deforestation, forest fires, open grazing and illegal mining has made this region more fragile. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal has stated that collaboration among federal, provincial and local governments along with community involvement is indispensable for the effective conservation of the Chure region. Speaking at a tree plantation event to observe the 10th Chure Conservation Day in Mirchaya, Siraha earlier today, Premier Dahal said the conservation of the region, which is linked to the livelihoods of people in the Tarai Madhes region, is a multilateral issue of concern. Premier Dahal underscored the importance of implementing the 20-year Chure Madhes Tarai Conservation and Management Master Plan, which was endorsed for some 7 years ago. He said the master plan should be implemented with amendment and added that a separate law is necessary for Chure conservation. He also informed that the government is actively working towards it. As Prime Minister Dahal was addressing the event, locals from Siraha were protesting, demanding for the conservation of the Chure region. It is time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, why are main ruling parties dissatisfied with the government? Your options are A, to put pressure on the Prime Minister, B, government's weak performance, and C, dispute within alliance. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. The Kamal Lake in Sisney Rural Municipality of Rukum East is an identity of the region. However, its water level has been receding at an unprecedented rate. Locals are concerned as human activities and construction of physical infrastructure has threatened the lake's existence. The lake extends at an area of 1.95 square kilometers, and the rate at which the lake has lost its water level this year has been noted as historical. Locals say the famous lotus plants within the lake have also stopped blooming. The lake, before being encircled, used to provide water for the locals and cattle.
जलवायुको परिवर्तनले गर्दा हो अथवा वातावरण सुक्खा हुँदैको कारणले गर्दा हामीलाई यो दर सुकेको देख्दा अचम्म लाग्छ।
भैँसी खेल्थे, हामी खेल्थ्यौं, दर राम्रो थियो, बैशाखमा फुल्थ्यो, अहिले फुल्न छोड्यो, बग्न छोड्यो, यही पानी खान्थ्यौं हामीले। पानी खान छोडेपछि रोकथाम गरेपछि हाम्रो दर बिग्रियो।
The locals say rainwater is the main source of water for the lake. However, in recent time, the Sisney Rural Municipality has been supplying water to the lake through pipes. The Irrigation Subdivision Office, Rukum East, has also said it is installing a 150 millimeters pipe from Ganga Ruchor at an investment of 4 million rupees for the same. Let's move on to international update. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, has said more than 50,000 children in the Gaza Strip require immediate medical treatment for malnutrition. In a statement, the agency said, with continued restrictions to humanitarian access, people in Gaza continue to face desperate levels of hunger. It further said UNRWA teams work tirelessly to reach families with aid, but the situation is catastrophic. UNICEF spokesperson James Elder also described how difficult it is to not only get aid into Gaza, but also to distribute it across the war-battered coastal enclave. He said more aid workers have been killed in this war than any war since the advent of the UN. One of the main land crossings in Rafah has been closed since Israeli forces seized the area earlier last month. The move has heightened fears of famine in southern and central Gaza. The UN's World Food Programme Deputy Executive Director Karl Skau spent 2 days assessing the plight of Palestinians this week, saying the challenges are like nothing he had ever seen. Skau said the situation in southern Gaza is quickly deteriorating. He further said 1 million people in southern Gaza are trapped without clean water or sanitation in a highly congested area along the beach in the burning summer heat. For months, right-wing Israelis have been protesting and blocking roads to prevent aid shipments from reaching Gaza, further straining the flow of desperately needed aid to the territory. UNRWA, which coordinates nearly all the aid to Gaza, has also been in crisis since January, when Israel accused about a dozen of its 13,000 Gaza employees of being involved in the October 7 Hamas attack on Israel. This claim led many nations, including top donor, the U.S., to abruptly suspend funding to the agency, threatening its efforts to deliver aid. Now, Israeli forces have burned and demolished dozens of homes in Rafah in the south of Gaza Strip following an attack by Hamas fighters that killed 8 Israeli soldiers. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has described the Hamas ambush that killed the soldiers in Rafah as another heavy price for Israel's just war on Gaza. In Gaza City, the north of the Strip, at least 28 Palestinians were killed in Israeli bombings of 3 homes. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, has warned once again that 50,000 children in Gaza require immediate treatment for acute malnutrition. At least 37,296 people have been killed and 85,197 wounded in Israel's war on Gaza since October 7. The revised death toll in Israel from Hamas's attack stands at 1,139, with dozens of people still held captive in Gaza. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.